We have a very special guest with us today. This is David Blackston of Blackston Financial Group. He is our strategic partner in the Villages right here in Florida. David, my first question is Oliver from Palm Harbor, and he writes, my employer just sent out a letter saying that they're no longer going to match our 401k contributions. Should I stop contributing and put the money elsewhere or leave it as is?
Oliver, that's a great question. You know, I don't really know how old you are, but let's assume that you're over the age of 55. One of the things you need to find out from your employer, obviously, can you do what is called an in-service transfer, where you can transfer that 401k money out to your own IRA account. Now, obviously, in that 401k plan, you're limited on the investments that you're able to invest in, whereas in your actual IRA, sky's the limit on where you put your money. Now, as far as continuing to save for your retirement, it really depends on you. How much is in that 401k plan, and is it going to continue to give you the kind of income that you need later in life? Personally, I'd rather see you take that money, invest it yourself, maybe even go into a Roth IRA, something that will give you tax-free income when that time to retire. But that's a great question, Mark.
Thanks, David. My next question is from Kim in Crystal River, and she writes, I'm retiring in 6 years, and I feel that I need to find a financial advisor to help me make decisions regarding my retirement accounts. What questions should I be asking when interviewing a financial advisor?
Kim, fantastic question. You know, because a lot of people today don't realize that there's more to retirement than just your money. There's issues related to estate issues, you know, legacy issues, tax issues, you know, income issues. What are you going to be doing with the money? So when I talk to somebody that asks me, how am I going to be dealing with their retirement? The number one thing is I want to find out from them, where do you stand with the retirement? What are your plans for your retirement? What are you trying to accomplish? So, Kim, I would say when you go in and talk to this person, first of all, who's doing all the talking? Are you doing the talking or are they doing the talking? Are they really listening? Are they probing? Are they trying to find out what you're trying to accomplish? Are they asking you about your estate issues? Are they asking you about your tax issues? What are their plans to help you retire? So if I was you, I'd give a call to the office. Let us help you with that. We do all of those issues. Keep in mind, there's more to retirement than your money.
You know, David, there are some people out there that want to interview advisors before they move forward. Is this something where someone should trust their gut, maybe? They go in and they get a good feeling or not a good feeling and kind of act on that? You know, because sometimes you go in there and you're not hearing the right thing. And you know, maybe deep inside you should kind of nicely get up and turn around. Trust your instincts on this maybe, yes?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of times people are kind of like sandpaper. The advisor might be an excellent advisor, but they might not be fitting your personality. I mean, let's take you and I.
Sure.
You know, you're kind of one way and I'm another way, and, you know, sometimes we sandpaper, sometimes we're not. A lot of times, though, one of the things that I find so important, and this would be good also, Kim, for you there in Crystal River, is check these people out. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, you can't ask the advisor for, you know, recommendations or people that they've used, because let's be realistic. Are they going to give you somebody that didn't have a good result with them? They're going to give you somebody that's not. But you can go like to brokercheck.com. You can go to the Department of Insurance, state of Florida. You can check these people out. But you can also just sit down with them and find out, what are they really asking? Are they only asking me about my money? Because I can't stress that enough. You can have the best money plan in the world, but if you have a lousy estate plan, you've defeated retirement.
Thank you, David. And my last question is from Carrie in Tampa, and she writes, what's the difference between an ETF and a mutual fund? Which one is better?
Carrie, that's a really good question. You know, when we talk about mutual funds and ETFs, and by the way, an ETF is an exchange-traded fund, but let's just talk about the difference. Let's kind of break it down to be very elementary, because that's kind of the way I think. A mutual fund is, let's just say, for lack of a better word, a big bowl that's got a lot of different stocks and bonds in it. Now, those trade one time a day. They trade at 4:30 in the afternoon. And the reason they can't trade real time is because at 4:30 in the afternoon, The market has to close. They have to get the values of all the investments in the mutual fund to come up with what's called a net asset value. Inside those mutual funds are a lot of hidden fees. And Mark, a lot of people don't understand that about mutual funds. In fact, we've actually got a program we can run to show people how much they're paying in mutual funds. Now, exchange traded fund is just like a mutual fund, but it trades real time. That means if you call me in the morning at 9:30 and let's just say you say, David, would you buy me let's just say a Vanguard ETF fund? Well, at 9:31 in the morning, you own it. Well, let's say at 11 o'clock you call and say, why don't you sell that for me? It's sold, it's liquid. An ETF normally does not have anywhere at all close to the fees that you would find in a mutual fund. So from my point of view, some of it depends on your timeline, how you're investing. I personally prefer to use exchange-traded funds.
David, thank you so much. It's so great to have you on here
Glad to be
as a
here.
special guest advisor. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.